Hi everyone, I would like to show you some of the flowers I've been making lately. I call them crinkle flowers. I'm sure there's some other people on YouTube who have been making flowers like this. I just love doing it, and it's so quick and it's so easy. So here's a few examples of some of them that I've made. I'm going to be doing a series on flowers, some where we're doing leather and metal flowers. These ones are using fabric. Nice and easy to use, very quick to make, and lots of fun. So here are just a few. I like using synthetic fabrics for this particular method because they melt easy and they can form really cute flowers. And you can make them large, as is this one, or you can make them small. You can make them smaller than this. They're just a little bit fiddlier, and sometimes they turn out, sometimes they don't, depending on how much the fabric actually melts. You can layer them with tulle and paper. This is just tissue paper out of my colour catcher that I've caught all my glimmers and glitters on, and I've layered them up. I like to use Donna Salazar's dust, they call that Crafty Chronicle, because the paper's acid free, and I know they will last if I put them in my albums. So we'll get on and I'll show you exactly what it's all about. Here are a few of the things that you'll need to complete your flowers. You'll need a metal brad, a large one. You want the heat to transfer, so it needs to be a large one. This can be removed later after the flower is made, and you can put a little one in its place. You'll need to use your Tattered Florals die and cut out several of the flowers. I mainly use this one, a little bit of that sometimes if the fabric can take the heat on it. For this particular one that I'm going to show you right now, I'm using a sheer fabric. It's got a bit of pattern in there and it melts beautifully, which means you can form your flower really quickly. All I've done is I've cut that die out and I've layered it onto this nice big fat needle here, because it creates a decent hole in the fabric for me to get the brads through, because the brads never have really sharp ends. So I've done that, and all I've done is layer it. Here there are probably about 6 or 8, and I've used a variety of the different flowers that I've shown you. So we'll take that out and we'll put this brad through, and then all you need is your heat gun. Now do not burn yourself, and you're going to have to be careful about the melt time of your different fabrics, so you test that, and make sure you never touch this brad, which I tend to do on a regular basis and hurt myself. And here we go. You can stop at any stage and start again at any stage that you decide that you want your flower, on how you'd like your flower to look. If it gets a little uneven, like if you look at this, it's a little even over that side, you can shoot it with a bit of heat again and crinkle it up more. And it's as easy as that. Now we're going to set that one aside so I don't burn myself once again. And I'm going to show you another one with a different fabric. So here's some more layers, different fabric. And I just hit it in the center, thread them on. So there, I'll put on 1, 2, 3, pour about 4 of those. I might put on a few of these. These also part of that dye. They look a bit like a daisy. See what happens. It could turn out to be a hot mess, or it could be fabulous. I always end up, put a few of them in to see what happens. And I always end with these one in the dye. Using this method, there's just so many things you can do, and there's so much fun to be had playing this way. I need to get another large brad. Make sure that hole's big. When it comes to fabric, it is hard to get these brads through sometimes. Here we go. And let's try this one. How pretty is that? Can you imagine all the different fabrics you can get? Don't touch the brad, Diane. There's just so many ways you can make this. If you want to make them larger, like you can see that this is a bit more puffier. All I have done is make the centers just like this. But I have gathered together some fabric, same fabric, just a big strip of it, and all I have done is gathered it like this, just with my fingers, tied it in a bow, and then I have hit it with the heat gun. And I've hit it, and I've shriveled up the sides, hit it in the middle so it'll all go in, and it will gather in and go all puffy. And then if you're wanting to use this on a handbag, or to wear on your shoulder, or to do whatever on a bigger project, then all you need to do is center that in the middle, and you've got hot glue it on, and you've got a fabulous nice big puffy flower. But most of the time I'm making these sometimes for canvas work, sometimes for my scrapbooks and my mini albums, and they're fabulous because they just don't get ruined in it, and they don't mark anything. As long as you don't have a really sharp brad in there, you're just fine. They're great. They just bounce back and look gorgeous on the page all the time.